Hey guys, welcome to Hammer Paints. I just wanted to, I've been getting a few emails of late and about people saying that they've heard me talking about my Russian T34s, but they haven't seen them yet, so I thought I'd just pop them up real quick and give you a bit of a look. That's them. As you can see, that they've been smashed. They've been well used in history. The T34 pretty much replaced the T70. The T70 just couldn't face German arsenal at the time, and it was looking pretty sad and sorry for the Russians until they come up with the T34 in late 1941 to 1942, I believe. The first T34 come out, and yeah, really showed the Germans because of pretty much the sloped armour. Was quite a ingenious idea. Anything that was shot at any of the sloped armour was deflected. And at the time, the Germans only had guns such as your Panzer IIIs, 5 centimeters, 3.7 centimeters, Pack 36s, Pack 38s, I believe. They didn't have no Pack 40s when the tank come out. So pretty much everything tinged off them at the start of the war. I shouldn't say the start of the war, but the start of the entry of the T34. It was quite a nasty tank indeed. They come out with two forms of barrel. Mid-war had the 76mm, which was quite a nasty weapon. The barrel wasn't super long on the T34, so it didn't pack huge amounts of punch or large amounts of distance, but it was still very destructive for German armour of this era. Once the Germans got up and realised that they need something with a little bit more oomph, as the word is, then that's when the Russians then upgraded their main barrel in 1943, late 1943, very late, to 1944 and 1945 and so on, with the 85mm barrel, and that was pretty much to deal with Tigers and Panthers. It worked to a degree, but I mean, the Germans, really stumbled on a bit of a gold mine with the Panther, especially. It was a very nasty tank indeed. So yeah, this is my T34. This is them done in our winter theme. I have I've got squads and squads of them. Each one's different in some way. One's worn more than the other. But I really wanted these to look like they've been absolutely smashed. Got some inscriptions here. This one here says "For the Motherland." I think they all do. These ones do. A bit of stowage here. Could have been some sleepwear or something like that. As you can see, got the jerry tanks or the fuel cans, saw blades. Got some soot and stuff happening, and on the exhaust. Yeah, so definitely been to hell and back these tanks, which was very much the effect I was after. Very happy with the way these guys come out. I'll just show you. Alright, here's another T34, and this is basically the very starting stage of doing the Russian camo. Pretty much what I've done here is I've spray painted the tank white with a white primer. You can use whatever you want. I used to use Skull White until the prices were too much. I mean, I use what's in Australia here, it's called White Night, or Squirts White Night, flat white. It gives exactly the same colour as Citadel Skull White, except it's under half the price. So you're looking price difference, $20 a can for Skull White to oppose $6, maybe $7 of the Squirts, which, you know, what are you going to pick? So basically what I do is I spray paint the tank white. I do 2 coats. I do one, I sort of spray very, very light, and then basically do that again, which just covers up what the first spray missed. Then after I've done that, I get a piece of card and I put that into the track like this. I'll just demonstrate with this bit of paper. I'll flip him on inside and spray paint the tracks black. Now the reason I do that is because it's a lot easier to paint. I'll show you on one of these. It's a lot easier to paint the inside of the track wheel with the white and green than it is to actually paint the little rubber boot that goes around the outside of the track guide. So and it gives a little bit of depth when you look at it. You know, it's black underneath here, and I just feel it gives a better overall appearance. So yeah, what I'm going to do a few short vids on how I go from this. I probably should have waited. Like, I've got more tanks there that I've got to put together and whatnot, but I probably should have waited and showed you the whole process. But I mean, it's probably pointless showing you the whole process when it's easily explained how to prime them and whatnot. Now, the wash that's on here is what I call a grey wash. Now, to achieve the grey wash, what I've done is I've done 1 drop of black shade in the Glazio game colour range, and 1 drop of medium to 10 drops of water, and quite literally it's a grey wash. Now, the reason I use a medium in this is because it is going over a white base, and it is a shadowing and shading wash. Yes, it looks rather heavy there, but when you combine it with the green camo and dust and grime and oil and whatnot, it actually gives it a lot of depth. And what the medium does here is it doesn't give you watermarks on the sloped armour. If you looked at all the sloped armour here, it's a very smooth wash. The wash is only in the recesses. It's shaded the recesses. Well, for instance, on the tank guard here, it's shaded all the recesses, all in the cracks and crevices. But the actual rounded part here it's got wash on it, and yes, it has stained the white slightly grey, but there's no watermarks where water's pooled and dried and left that fucking terrible ring you get. And pretty much that's what the medium sort of takes care of. So yeah, that's one of the tanks I'm going to show you how to do some winter camo for those who are keen. It's not everyone's style. I've got like a lot of people in the club. I guess that they like the way they look, but it's not their style. I think it's absolutely awesome. So it's something that I'm really looking forward to showing you guys how I do. And basically, the reason another quick fact. The reason the winter camo is actually faded like this, it literally was a quick white paint mixed up in buckets and fucking just thrown on the tank. And I mean literally like that. It was a very crude paint. You'd drive past a branch would rub up against the tank here and brush that white off. Mud and water and ice from the ground would flick up and rub it off, and the crew scrambling up to get inside the tank would rub it off. So it ended up their tanks just ended up looking absolutely drab. But to me, it's an absolutely glorious, glorious finish. Now, the Russians weren't the only ones that did white camo. I mean, they're probably the most famous because they went so hardcore on the white camo, but the Germans also did it. Stugs especially, they loved doing that to their Stugs, but they were a little bit more conservative about the whitewash than what the Russians were. The Russians were they believed if they could make it the same colour as the snow, then yeah, they couldn't be seen. And it actually probably worked out well, because when they were hiding in the bushes and whatnot and shrubbery, it really did blend in white snow, green shrubs. So, okay, guys, that's enough rambling. I've gone for about 11 minutes talking shit. Yeah, so I hope you like it, and hope you're keen to see how I've achieved this theme. Okay, guys, cheers.